let's face it, the modern music scene missed the big heroes and villains. We try to make them up so hard, especially the villains. The brass basically builds them up from the start. We all know them and we all love to hate them, at least for some time. I can name one significant super antagonist though. The time of those has passed and left behind. But simultaneously, the time feels so right, with all the hungry audience waiting for the thrill and another mean tweet to talk about in the morning with your friends and colleagues. People love the show and people live for the show. People love Liam Gallagher. He is a national treasure indeed. Why so? Well, because he's much more close to the classic antagonist type. He came from the time when that era was at its edge, and now he's living the good old villains remembered scenario. He gives away those perfect, bizarre, nasty insults in 140 characters. And since recently he also gives those hilarious, viral, meme-worthy interviews, God bless that man for giving us a purpose to live and a great entertainment. The question remains, what's behind that entertainment? Liam Gallagher isn't a comic, he's a musician. Is there a great piece of art coinciding with that great ego and attitude? The thing is, Liam's career after the big split was not good, like, at all. We still all want to pretend BDI never happened, because BDI were bad. Apparently Liam can't really work within the band limit. He's a tough guy to collaborate with. Read his Twitter. Announcing a solo album gave a lot of hope. Now there's more room for his talent to shine and less musicians to mess with his art vision. Now he can finally deliver the hits, showcase his amazing, according to him, exclusively, songwriting skills. And of course, now he can revive Britpop. As You Were, his solo debut album, definitely revives it. But it's not like anybody wants to hear more Britpop. It killed the music history progress. Allegedly. Who wants that back in the year 2017? Are you mad? We have plenty of shit to get pissed at. And consider that people still write angry as fuck articles about Britpop back in the day. You know, killing the music. I digress, and there is a sense of nostalgia. And with all the big names in production, As You Were focuses much more on pop rather than Britpop. Maybe it has to do something with it being worked on in LA, I'm not sure. But listen to the album, I kept thinking about how poppy it sounds, though it's not your average classic pop, of course. I don't know, I guess it doesn't make sense. Like Liam's album, it doesn't make sense a lot of the time. I mean, it's just funny. Especially the songwriting. And I'm talking Liam's songwriting when he's actually involved. Because there are a couple of tracks that he didn't even open a doc file or a notebook for. A lot of metaphors and rhyming are just cringe gold. And Bill's references are not enough to make the album great. But the thing is that I don't think the songwriting does play a big role in a release like this. It just makes it a little bit hard to close your eyes at this when the artist is literally praising himself as a songwriting specialist. You know, Liam and or people working with him, God save their souls, they're good at choosing producers and co-writers. A lot of the tracks on the album are co-written by Andrew Wyatt and Greg Kurstin themselves. What are the odds that this album screams pop music to me? In the age of writer camps, there's nothing really wrong with this. It's just tiny bit weird that it's on a Liam Gallagher album. Okay, enough with lyrics. Nobody really cared about lyrics besides us nerds. Let's talk the music, the sound. As You Were, as you could expect, sounds very safe. Mostly swarming around the trademarks which made the band, which name we don't like to say out loud on this channel. Let's call it Voldemort for fun. I'm down with calling out Voldemort. Any fucking thing but Oasis. Anyway, the sound of this album, in all seriousness, it's not bad at all. It's really, really well produced. Shout out Kirsten, Wyatt, and Dan Gretsch Margaret. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing them wrong. I'm really, you made a really good record, dude, and you made a lot of great records. Dan, shout out Dan. Those people, they were able to pull off instrumentally and melodically pleasant sounding album in a genre everyone hates. That's a Grammy on itself. Another thing is the catchiness. Some of the tracks, some of the better tracks that I actually like. Yes, there are tracks that I like on Liam Gallagher's album. Who could have thought that something like that could ever come out of my mouth? They do have those extremely catchy moments, very professionally done choruses. Listen to Bold, for example, with its beautiful romanticism feel, or Doesn't Have to Be That Way, which speaks to me on many levels. I love the chorus of this track. It's probably my favorite track from the album. Greedy Soul, or that I've All I Need. Those tracks aren't bad, but they still lack the thrill to get you that excited. There's no desire wanting to hear that blasting from a big arena, which the awkward opener and the shame of a single, Wall of Glass, suggests you doing with its epic, proclaiming sound. I will keep those tracks my guilty pleasure, listening to it via my headphone piece. Thank you very much. This is gonna be a secret between me and the audience of this video. Though, if you have Liam Gallagher's free guest list spot, sign me up. I'm that double-faced bitch. Yes, I'm secretly in love. You know how it goes. We've just talked about how people love the drama. I'm basically counting days before the Taylor Swift comeback. What are you talking about? I already hate myself for all these shitty jokes in this video. Oh my god. Anyway, the rest of the album, it doesn't sound bad, but there's also no real significance in that. I do understand the love of acoustic ballad moments though. It's refreshing to hear Liam try to make his music much more personal and grounded, rather than imagining or remembering his arena days or his cocaine days or whatever. It's quite nice and it's very human. I'm not a big fan of that stuff. It's a little bit hard to make me fall in love with acoustic ballad, with any ballad actually. As You Were did not really succeed, but I appreciate that those tracks are there. And if you love them, I do understand, and it's actually great. That makes more songs on the album that you like. Good for you. What I do enjoy on the album, throughout the whole album, from start to finish, now hear me out, there's no irony in that, I'm telling you facts. The vocals, the thing Liam is so good at, he's taking it back. He's harmonizing it. I'm here and am ready to enjoy that northern brilliance. I do really like the vocal delivery on this album and think that Liam did a great job. My only complaint would be that sometimes, it seems like sometimes he doesn't understand where the swagger ends and the confidence begins. There's still a room for improvement when it comes to shutting down your attitude for the sake of your own art. But that's too much to ask on a Liam Gallagher's debut album, I do understand that. But yeah, As You Were, it's not a bad album. I don't really want to bring this up. I do, actually. Who am I kidding? But it's definitely not worse than any Noel Gallagher's release, for sure. And thanks God it's not another BDI. Yes. Is it enough to say that Liam is that show us the way out to the amazing new music, to save the rock and roll, to save the rock scene? Probably not. Is it enough to promote him and to apologize for everything he might say in another funny interview? Yeah, absolutely, of course. It's a solid, well-produced record. Just when you listen to it next time, try not to get drunk taking a shot of vodka with every cringy rhyme. Or try to play that fun game. Try to find 10 differences between Chinatown and Champagne Supernova. That's a hard one. In the comment section down below, let us know what do you think about this album. What do you think about Liam going full solo? Are you Team Voldemort or Team Blur? You already know, but I'm gonna throw that out there one more time. I am Team Blur. I love Blur and I still find hilarious to make fun out of the Britpop war conflict. Why not? It's the drama we all crave for. It's better than deciding which Gallagher brother is the best. And I mean, we already know the best Gallagher is Lennon Gallagher. Only real facts in this channel. Like this video, share this video, hate on this video, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media. Love y'all as you fucking were. Peace out.